What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Tony Crypto and Stock News. It is Thursday, April 30th, and yesterday was one of the most historic days in both crypto and U.S. financial history. The Fed just had its most dramatic press conference in decades. The Mag 4 all reported earnings within 80 seconds of each other, and XRP TAS went live this morning. On top of that, the XRP Las Vegas Conference, the world's largest XRP event, is happening right now. We have got all of it plus your picks for today. Let's get into it. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Some links are affiliate links. Let's start with the Federal Reserve because what happened yesterday was historic. The Fed held rates at 3.5 to 3.75%. Expected. But 4 members dissented, the highest number since 1992. And 3 of those 4 dissented because they want to remove the easing bias entirely, meaning they are not in favor of cutting rates anytime soon. Then Powell dropped the real bombshell. He announced he is staying on the Fed's Board of Governors after his chairmanship ends May 15th for an undetermined period. His reason? He said the Trump administration's legal attacks are, quote, battering the institution and putting at risk the things that really matter to the public. He also said we have been having to resort to the courts, and we have been successful so far, but that is not over. And here's the wild card. The Senate Banking Committee voted to advance Kevin Warsh's nomination to the full Senate on the same morning as this FOMC meeting. Powell congratulated Warsh publicly while simultaneously announcing he would fight to remain on the board. What this means for crypto: a politically pressured Fed that cannot cut rates while oil stays above $97 is exactly the environment Bitcoin was designed for. The institutional buying we are seeing from strategy is not random. It is strategic. If this is adding value, smash that like, hit subscribe and share with someone who needs this. It really helps the channel grow. Now, the earnings results. All 4 Mag 4 companies dropped their results within 80 seconds of each other after the bell. The most compressed major earnings event in stock market history. Alphabet, the clear winner. Google Cloud grew 48% with an annual run rate above $70 billion. Search resilience held. Gemini AI is driving revenue. They raised their AI CapEx guidance. Alphabet surged 6% after hours. Amazon, AWS, grew 24%. Its fastest pace in 13 quarters. That is the only number that matters for Amazon. It delivered. Up 30% over the past month heading into earnings. Meta, ad revenue strong. Full-year CapEx guided at $115 to $135 billion. Held its gains. Threads and Reels monetization are working. Microsoft Azure held above consensus, down 11% year-to-date. But this earnings changes the narrative. The OpenAI partnership is generating real returns. The single biggest takeaway: the AI investment thesis is not hype. Over $500 billion in combined CapEx is generating real revenue. Every AI infrastructure name in your portfolio just got validated. 2 of the biggest XRP catalysts in history are happening simultaneously today, and most channels are not connecting them. First, Coinbase trade at settlement for XRP is officially live as of today, May 1st. Institutions can now execute $50 million plus XRP block orders at the official 4 p.m. closing price, the same tool used for gold, oil, Bitcoin, and Ethereum for years. XRP just joined that list. XRP ETF cumulative inflows, $1.28 billion. April tracking as the strongest month of 2026 with $75 million in inflows. The last remaining catalyst is the Clarity Act Senate markup. Must happen by end of May. Second, XRP Las Vegas 2026. The world's largest XRP conference is happening right now at Paris, Las Vegas on the Strip. Confirmed speakers: Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, former CTO David Schwartz, former CFTC Chairman Chris Giancarlo, known as Crypto Dad, plus Paul Barron, Jack McDonald, and Ashish Birla. The agenda: XRPL development, institutional adoption, tokenization, payments, and real-world finance infrastructure. And here's the story nobody is reporting while Bitcoin 2026 was happening at the Venetian. XRP billboards dominated the Las Vegas skyline. A massive Raise the Standard XRP sign sat directly outside the Bitcoin conference venue in full view of every Bitcoin attendee. XRPL validator Vet reported on X that the Bitcoin conference felt subdued inside while XRP Energy owned the city outside. Now, the honest take. XRP is down 61.8% from its record peak set 9 months ago. Many longtime holders are frustrated. They would rather see results than marketing spend. That frustration is valid. Cover both sides. The institutional narrative is real, so is the community reality. A quick hits from Bitcoin 2026's final day and overnight developments. White House advisor Patrick Witt confirmed at Bitcoin 2026 that a big announcement on the operational and legal framework for the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve is coming within weeks. Currently holds seized Bitcoin. If an active treasury accumulation framework is announced, that is potentially the single most bullish Bitcoin catalyst of 2026. Bitwise CIO Matt Hugin confirmed that Strategy's $7.2 billion Bitcoin buying spree over the past 8 weeks is the primary driver of Bitcoin's recent 20% rally. Holdings now exceed 818,000 Bitcoin. One firm is moving markets. SEC Clarity Act roundtable scheduled for May 3rd, 2 days from now. That is 1 day after XRP Las Vegas wraps. The convergence of the XRP Conference, TAS launching today, and a Clarity Act meeting next week makes this the most policy-dense week in crypto history. Veteran trader Peter Brandt warning, Bitcoin's chart still does not show a convincing bottom formation. No decisive break above key resistance. No confirmed sequence of higher lows with volume. If you are considering new money into Bitcoin, watch the chart, not just the conference headlines. Fast picks, 5 stocks and 5 crypto, all tied to the biggest stories happening this week. This is not financial advice. Always do your own research. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. Stocks. Alphabet. The clear AI winner from last night, up 6% after hours. NVIDIA $5 trillion market cap, AI demand accelerating, hold it. Strategy. 818,000 Bitcoin on the balance sheet, conference tailwind, the most direct BTC proxy in stocks. X Energy nuclear IPO record, AI data center power thesis, under $30. And Snap Redburn upgraded to buy with a $10 target and undervalued play, hiding under the big tech headlines. Crypto. XRP TAS live today, $1.28 billion in ETF inflows. Clarity Act is the final catalyst. Bitcoin, strategic reserve coming within weeks. Manage your entry with Brandt's chart warning in mind. Solana, Western Union chose it for global stablecoin. Bollinger Band squeeze still active? Watch the 77 to 94 range. HBR, Google, IBM, and Boeing on the Governing Council under 9 cents. AI enterprise narrative. And XLM stellar. Western Union confirmed the stablecoin remittance thesis. Protocol 26 live under 17 cents. And you can trade all of these on Kraken. Affiliate link is always in the description. Trusted exchange, low fees. 3 takeaways fast. 1. The Fed cannot cut rates while oil is above 97. A divided, politically pressured central bank with 4 dissents removing the easing bias is the exact environment where Bitcoin performs. Strategy sees it. You should too. 2. The AI thesis is not hype. Alphabet, Amazon, Meta, Microsoft all beat. $500 billion in combined AI capex is generating real revenue returns. Every AI name in your portfolio just got validated in a single 80-second window. 3. XRP's institutional infrastructure is now complete. TAS live today. Non-security classification in place. $1.28 billion in ETF inflows. The largest XRP conference in history running right now in Las Vegas. The only remaining catalyst is the Clarity Act. If it clears Senate committee in May, XRP has no more institutional barriers. Before I let you go, I love this scripture for a day like today. Proverbs 31 verse 16 says, "She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings she plants a vineyard." The Proverbs 31 woman did not wait for permission to build wealth. She researched. She assessed the field before she bought it. She used her own earnings, not borrowed money, not money she could not afford to lose. And she planted for future harvest, not instant results. Today, the markets gave you data, the conferences gave you catalysts. XRP TAS went live. The AI thesis got confirmed. The Fed showed its hand. You have researched the field. Now it is up to you to act with wisdom, not with FOMO, not with borrowed money, not chasing pumps. Consider the field, act with intention, plant for the future. That is how wealth is actually built. If today's episode added value, please smash that like button, hit subscribe, and share this with one person who needs to hear it. It genuinely helps this channel grow and helps us keep bringing you this content every single day. I'm Tony, God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Let's get it.